Okay guys, today I'm going to talk to you guys about how you shouldn't be stuck on the same level for too long. Now, this isn't to say that you should expect overnight success by any means. It takes a long time to master anything in any field and to get anywhere at all in life. However, if you scale it down small enough, you should be seeing consistent progress in some fields. If you're not, you're stagnating and you need to change it. And I'll teach you how to do that in this video. So, this kind of goes against a lot of what we're taught, and it's not because what we're taught is necessarily wrong, but I think you have to frame it in a slightly different way. So, I used to be very into music, and I wanted to make a lot of success off of this. And my method for doing this was very simple. I was just going to go to open mics. Every evening I had the chance. And I didn't have much of a social life at the time, so it was quite a lot of time I spent just going to open mics. And I knew it was going to be a waiting game. I knew it was a case of just, if I keep going for long enough, eventually something will happen. And a lot of these open mics were horrendous. They would just, my music wouldn't go down very well. And I'd come back feeling really drained and tired, which wasn't a nice feeling, right? However, every now and again, I would get a brilliant gig. There'd be, let's say, every 1 in 10 gigs would be an absolutely amazing gig. And, people would be singing along, clapping, and, whatever. It would go down really well. And I would think to myself, great, my patience is paying off. Now, I'm not saying that I was completely in the wrong for how I was sort of framing my mode to success. Excuse me. But I look back on things now and I actually think this was the wrong way to look at it. I think I was mistaking these occasional successful open mics as not really kind of payment for my hard work, but more kind of, every now and again some scraps will fall into your lap. And that's a bit of a sort of crude way of putting it. But I think the way I think about success now is very different. I expect to see slow but consistent growth that is exponential. And if I'm not, that means something's gone wrong. And I see so many people who are still in the music industry who are not doing this. They're stuck on the same level. And you really don't need to be on the same level for very long. That's the thing that I didn't think about these open mics. I didn't need to be doing open mics very long. It's not very long doing them before you think, okay, time to move on to the next thing. Because you're not, after you do the first bunch, it's not that you're not learning anything after it, but that your capacity frees up to grow into something more. And in order to grow into something more, you need to achieve a bigger goal. You need to get yourself an actual gig, a proper gig, build up from there. And you only really do that by being impatient about it. What gets you from A won't necessarily get you to B. If you're, to get yourself a gig at a pub, all you need to be is basically a group of 4 musicians who all play. One of you plays the drums, one of you plays the bass, one of you sings. That's basically all you need. and then you need to write some songs that are largely derivative, the sort of derivative of music that people who go to a certain venue like. And then you just need to play that music and reasonably well, and you'll get a gig. So that's going from A to B. However, that's not going to take you from B to C. And I think where a lot of people mess up in music, and by extension, like I think this happens in real life as well, is they just keep doing the thing that got them from A to B. So for me, it was the open mics. I just kept doing the open mics when I should have grown a proper band from it. Same with an example of a band who's just doing gigs. If they just stop doing the same gigs, like something's going wrong. Okay, so you've established something's going wrong. What do you do? Well, the first thing you need to do is to do a bit of introspection and understand that something has gone wrong, that is your fault, that's your doing, and that you need to fix. And that you can, and more importantly, that you can actually fix it. And if you do fix it, you will see progress, trust me. It's as simple, it really is as simple as that. You find the problem that's holding you back, you fix it, and then you skyrocket, or you're back onto the growth until you hit the next thing. So, what I just really want to drill into you guys is that there is only growth. And if you're not growing, you're stagnating. And if you're stagnating, you're going to fall off slowly. There's that quote, I think it's from Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, where he says, if you can't live, you're dying. And it's the same kind of thing. I've talked about this a lot on this channel, but there's a YouTuber, Hamza, and I remember when his subscriber count hit 2 million, and I thought that was so cool when I first saw it. And then I went back a few weeks later, and it was already on 2.02 million subscribers. So what that means is within a few weeks, already 20,000 more people have subscribed to his channel. And if you go and look at it now, at the time of recording this video, he has yeah, 2.06 million. It was 2.05 only last time I checked, which was a few days ago. So within a few months or so, already he's gone up by another 60,000 YouTube subscribers. So my point is not, I don't want to compare his example to anyone else's, but I just think, he's not just stuck at 2,000 to 2 million. You don't get to kind of stop anywhere you are. You have to keep growing. Because otherwise you just stagnate and you'll slowly fizzle out. So with this YouTube, I'm expecting, I haven't seen the growth I wanted to. And people might call me impatient for that. But I just know that this channel, YouTube channels can grow much faster than mine is. And if they're not growing as fast as it could be, then I think that's reason to believe that unless I address this problem, my YouTube content's gonna slowly stagnate. So I've gone back to the drawing boards. I've rethought a lot of how I'm producing videos, and I think I will see an increase in quality of uptake of subscribers, and hopefully of views and likes as well. So basically what I'm trying to say to you guys is don't be too patient, you know. Don't expect an overnight success. But there's no reason why you can't grow exponentially, you know. There's no reason why you can't go from 3 subscribers to 30 subscribers within a month. You know, it's difficult and you need to be bang on for that kind of shit to happen. But it happens to people. And if you're not seeing that kind of growth, have a deep look at what you're actually putting out there and what you're doing, or whatever it is. I mean, I'm using the example of YouTube, but it applies to anything. You know, don't wait. Don't wait, because if you're not getting the results, what you're doing is over time is going to do more ill than good. So, I hope this video was helpful, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.